Welcome to the Believe in the Land podcast. My name is Andy Billman. Let's take a look back at the week that was here in Cleveland sports. Victory lap, y'all. What a great week for Cleveland sports as the Guardians won 6 out of 7. The Cavaliers won game 1 of the NBA playoffs. And the NFL draft will be here before you know it. Nothing we will be doing on Thursday for round 1, but round 2 will be here before you know it. We had all the big boys speak this week, Andrew Berry and Deshaun Watson and Kevin Stefanski. We'll talk all about that. But you got to start off with the Cavs this week. They were the main draw, as they should, being in the NBA playoffs. You know, the Cavs won comfortably by 14 points. If you would read just the box score and watch the highlights only, you probably would be, as a fan, satisfied. The Cavs did a nice job in this game. They are the more experienced club. Their backcourt of Mitchell and Garland scored 12 out of the last 13 points of the game for the Cavaliers. That's what they need. Again, out of their 97 points, 12 out of their last 13 points for the Cavs were scored by their backcourt. That's what you need in a series like this. That's what you're looking for in the playoffs. That's what they got today. I'm sorry, not today, but Saturday from Mitchell and Garland. They out-rebounded the Magic. That was a concern, especially after last year. Not that the Magic are overpowering with rebounding, but they're a bigger team. So you want to make sure you weren't going to get pushed around. Cavs showed some toughness. I liked their spunk. I like how Okoro, I liked how Niang didn't take gruff from the Magic, and there was some gruff early on. Magic kind of got put in their place, which was good to see. The Cavs, I think last year playing the Knicks, clearly helped out in game 1. And it showed. The Cavs made the plays they needed to at the end of the first half and the end of the second half. And those are, the closeouts. And the Cavs really closed out well on both. So when you have that, and then you add in there Evan Mobley really just having a tremendous first half, where JB did a great job of putting him against Cole Anthony and taking advantage of that. Add in some Mobley three-pointers, and the Cavs did a pretty good job when it comes to that kind of stuff. If you're just looking at the periphery, if you really watch the game, Cavs have some cleaning up to do. Far too many turnovers. Their turnovers to assists was almost 1-to-1. You don't want that. 21 assists to 17 turnovers is not good enough in the playoffs. They got away with it in this game because the Magic are new. The Magic didn't play that great. But again, neither did the Cavs. I think the Cavs have a lot of cleanup to do. A lot of cleanup to do when it comes to turnovers. They were far too sloppy with the ball. There were many moments in the first half and the second half where they looked lackadaisical. I didn't think they came out the right energy in the second half. The first 6 minutes in the third quarter was putrid. Those are things that they have to clean up. The Cavs did not play a complete game in that sense. I thought their defense could be better too. I didn't think they played great defense. I thought they played good. They can be better on defense. I think they can even do a better job against the Magic. The Magic are not a good shooting team. It's going to be hard for the Magic to win this series. They don't have the best player on the floor. Banchero's going to get his 20, but I don't know if he's going to get much more than that if Mobley continues the way he played defense on him. The Magic are just going to have a hard time scoring. But in the next round, if the Cavs get there, which I think if they win Monday night, even if they lose both in Orlando, let's go way ahead. Let's say they win Monday, they lose the next two in Orlando. I still think the Cavs win the series in 6. Or maybe even 7 to get sloppy. Which, so far, the Cavs have shown they might get sloppy. But I don't have much fear that the Cavs can't win or are not going to win the series. The cleanup, though, on those two things are crucial. And again, the first 6 minutes of the third quarter was alarming. They didn't play well. They just came out so flat. They're lucky the Magic were not able to take advantage of that situation. And credit the Cavs rebounding. The Cavs rebounding, making the Magic go 1 and out was huge in this game. A lot of that happened. And that really kept the game at bay. Cavs are going to have to play better if they get to that next round. That's the next round. They do look tight at times still, even though they have far more experience. Even though they had the best player on the floor, I thought Jared Allen times had some tight moments. I still think the Cavs are still tight after last year, what happened. Maybe they will loosen up if they get past first round. I do have that theory. I kind of wonder if they get past this, will they just finally take a breath? We'll see. They've been so banged up too. They haven't really played together as a unit. All things to watch. I would also watch that second unit of Mobley and Garland when Mitchell and Allen are off the floor. Worked in game 1. Let's see if it works throughout the series. Again, credit to JB, credit to Mobley. It took advantage of a good switch when Cole Anthony was matched up on Mobley down low. That was very smart. Really worked out in the Cavs' favor. Mobley had a great first half. That really put the game at ease. If he doesn't go off, I think we're talking about a nail biter. Actually, in fact, I know we are. But that didn't happen. Cavs won comfortably. I do like them. I like them a lot on Monday. I think they're going to play far better. I really do. You got to figure the Cavs are going to have one of those games where they go off and really play a complete game. Why not be game 2 at home? Cavs are in good position. Back on Monday night. Again, they can play better. The turnovers have got to get cleaned up. But they're taking advantage of their experience. They're taking advantage of some other, I'll just say advantages. Again, Magic can't score. Big difference in the series. Be there at Official Cleveland Sports after every game this week. Guardians. Guardians had a great week. Guardians are just soaring. They are really, really playing well as a team. It's hard not to get excited about the Guardians. It's really, really hard. I don't know how you can't get excited about them. They are spraying the ball over the field. Josh Naylor had a huge weekend at home. The bullpen is suffocating. Kwan's on his way to an All-Star game. Jimenez is on his way to an All-Star game. Josh Naylor's on his way to an All-Star game. And J-Ram at some point will start hitting. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are locked down and loaded. Your bullpen's locked down and loaded. They are second in runs scored behind the Braves. They have the best run differential in baseball. They have a 3-game lead. They are 10 games above 500. Now it's April. A long ways to go. But so far, so good. And they're playing with a lot of pizzazz. They are taking care of situations. They are not nail biters this year, which is great. And they're hitting with runners in scoring position. Clutch hitting from certain players, too, which has been great to see. Jimenez leads the club, 5th in baseball, with a .526 batting average with runners in scoring position. .526. That's remarkable from Jimenez. Naylor, in situations that are big, coming up huge. He's batting .406 and 14 RBIs at home this season. At home. The only thing about the Guardians is they're starting pitching. They don't get quality starts. At some point, that will suffocate this team if they don't start getting length from their starters. Do I think that will come? I actually do. I think Bybee, who I saw better of on Sunday, will get better. Logan Allen's settling down. Logan Allen gives up home run balls. But outside that, he's getting better. Gavin Williams is coming. We'll see what we get from Lively in his second start. Curry was wonderful. My gosh. He's not going to be in Columbus very long. He's a wonderful pitcher. And Carrasco's Carrasco. They are getting wins from their starters. They're getting the initial push. But at some point, starters are going to need to go beyond 5 2/3. 5 innings. They're going to need to go into the 6th and 7th inning at some point. Or your bullpen's going to get blown out. Or they're going to have to bring up more arms. That's the only thing that's cautious. The hitting is there this year. I don't see that going anywhere. I don't see Quan going anywhere. I don't see Jimenez going anywhere. I don't see Naylor or J-Ram going anywhere. I think those guys, if they're healthy, are going to produce all year long. And that takes a lot of pressure off your supplemental parts after that. Arias and Florial, who had good weeks. Freeman had a good week at the plate. Brennan was wonderful on Sunday at home against the A's. A lot to get excited about the Guardians. This is a lot of legitimacy. Just got to figure out some length in the starting pitching, and everything should be okay for the Guardians. Really, really exciting time. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Browns. Draft is this week. They will do nothing on Thursday, first round. So there's no way they're trading up into the first round. They're going to stay where they are, or if anything, go back into the second round. We'll do all sorts of coverage at Official Cleveland Sports once picks are made. We learned this week that Deshaun Watson is throwing the ball at full speed. He is still on a pitch count or whatever you want to call it. He's not load management. That's the new word in sports. He's on load management. Okay. I actually thought his timeline was pretty reasonable. I do think too many people in the press are getting way too upset about not enough information about Deshaun being back up to full speed. I mean, the guy's just coming off surgery. I do think there's being way too much made into that. Would take a breath there. Would take a big breath there, actually. I would give his answers some respect and just enjoy the moment with Deshaun Watson. I think he's getting battered way too hard. I think the Browns are getting questioned way too hard about a timeline. Those answers were very fair. Sounds like Ken Dorsey's going to call plays, if you can read in between the lines of what was being said by Stefanski, M. Watson, and Andrew Berry. Sounds like everything's going to be okay. Sounds like it. The other big ticket item I took this week, Barry really respects and wants Greg Newsome around. So you got to expect at some point they're going to pick up that rookie contract. That's going to extend him into a few more, 2 more seasons here. Definitely this year and obviously in the next year. You pick up the rookie contract. Something to watch. Here's my thing on Newsome. For people who over-placate him, and there's some that do, he's wonderful. I don't think he's great. I don't think he's bad. I think he's just okay. He's an expensive player for the price tag. He's going to have to perform better coming into this year. That said, Newsome will be here long term. The Browns clearly value him, and they're going to extend him at some point. Back to the draft. You're going to hear wide receiver. You're going to hear defensive line, specifically tackle, I would think. I don't know what they're getting. Last year, the Browns attacked both of these positions. They drafted Tillman out of Tennessee and Ika out of Baylor. Looks like they're going back to well in both positions. Could there be a linebacker there? I think there could be. They did get hit in the free agency period. There's no Walker, no more Taki. So drafting a linebacker there makes sense. Maybe tight end, maybe wide receiver. Maybe running back. But I think those are the 3: wide receiver, defensive line, specifically tackle, defensive tackle, and then finally linebacker. Those are the 3 you should suspect position-wise to be drafted first by the Browns, I would think. We'll do all sorts of coverage throughout as we get closer into the draft. Great week for the Cleveland sports fan, which is all of us. The Guardians are flying. The Cavs won game 1, game 2 on Monday. Be on at Official Cleveland Sports for all the coverage. Have a great week. Go Cleveland.